My name is Ray C, and today I'm joined in the studio with a special guest who has been behind a very special and interesting project indeed. His name is Dr. Sohail Nasti, and he's here with me today. A very, very warm welcome to you in the studio here.
Thanks, Ray. Thanks for having me today.
I hope I said your surname correctly.
Yeah, that's perfectly right.
Right, so Dr. Sohail, you've got a very interesting background indeed. You've been involved, I mean, as far as your career is concerned, you've been a pilot, I understand. You've also been a doctor. And before we delve into the world of, creating films and making movies, tell us a little bit about your background and then we'll come to current times.
Yes, absolutely. You're right that I was a medical doctor in India. I was born there, and then I went to America for my, postgraduate studies in disaster medicine and rheumatology. While working in different disaster zones, I thought it's better to be a hands-on person, and that's why I became a rescue pilot, because I think life is a challenge and you need to accept all the things, around you to be the best. So yes, I think it was very much satisfying for me to be a pilot and to work in different disaster zones, So it was very satisfying as well, yes.
So you've been in the field of medicine, you've been a pilot, and now a very interesting kind of transition to becoming a film producer and an actor, as I understand it. So first of all, as we all know, mental health plays a very, very big part in everyday life, in the life that we live today. A lot of young people suffer from mental health. There's a lot of elderly people who are not aware of the symptoms of mental health. So there's a bit of a stigma there. So you've kind of been working on a project and made a film on mental health. Very, very unusual, very, very different. Tell us a little bit about how this project came around, how you have produced this film, and in fact you're also starring in this film, which is another talent, another feather in the hat, so to speak, for yourself. But tell us a little bit about why you've made a film on mental health and what can we expect from this film.
Sure. Because of my background of being a medical doctor and a pilot, and also I run a successful charity from last 25 years, and I have seen all ups and downs through which the youth and the people who have different, ups and downs in their life. And the crux of it, at the end of the day, I think the mental capability of those people is affected. Example, if you see since the surge of COVID, how many people are under stress because they lost their dear ones, they either lost their jobs because of their financial problems, or even the students who were not able to go to the schools. So I was going through one of the Washington University document where they're saying that almost 971 million people, they're suffering across the world. Almost 13% of world population is suffering from the mental health, issues. But I think that ratio has increased enormously since the COVID surge happens, and that's why I thought it's better to address this issue through something innovative. And I thought, the best is the medium of the media and filmmaking, which we can send to across the world and address these issues so that the different governments can support it, different people and communities can support it. My only aim is to work towards making communities and countries stable and give them mental, spiritual and physical strength so that we can see a safer future.
Very interesting indeed, Doctor. So now you are a film producer, and I understand it, you're also acting in this particular film. How did you put the storyline together, and what parts of say today the mental health issues that we've got, what extracts have you used in this film to get the message across?
Yes, as I said, the COVID was a main trigger point for me because I have, the film, the tag is that, the line is a guy who lost his father and then his stepfather, because of his rejection to the kid, he couldn't take it. His mental balance was not that strong that he took the challenge of his family disturbances, and he went on, the path of finding the solace in drugs and other things. Then my intervention comes that being having a background of working with drug enforcement agencies across the world. So I thought, let me show that how is not only the drug enforcement officers who only deal with those urgent the actions, but our job and as a community member as well is to how we can support these youth. So I took him out. I gave him spiritual and physical strength, taking him to the gym, showing him the right perspective, right phase of life, because I tried to explain him that life is so short. So how we can make better use of it. So then giving him the job as well. And it's in the reality as well, because through my charity and my small businesses which I run, I do offer jobs to the youth who needs employment, who need to support themselves, and that's what I can do from my side. And that's why I want to make our communities aware their roles and responsibilities, so that we can make a change together.
Well, very, very fascinating indeed. So today we're joined by Dr. Sohail Nasti, who has put together a film on mental health awareness. So the film is called Zindagi.
That's right.
So a nice name to it, and I can understand why you put that there. But what was your kind of reasoning behind why the film should be called Zindagi? I kind of have my own assessment of why it probably is, but maybe you want to enlighten the audience.
Look, I think everybody is created for a reason. So we need to appreciate that what Almighty Lord, the Creator, has created us for. And Zindagi, meaning life, is how precious our life is, and we need not to put it down the drain for doing some silly things which will give us a bad name, and we're not satisfied at the end of the day. So every youth has to take it a challenge, or any individual while they are in this world, to know how to face the way we do the disaster preparedness. I think we need to have a preparedness for life as well, preparedness for the challenges in life as well. So this Zindagi is like I will give as a medical doctor, I'll give an example. If you see the ECG of a person, there are crusts and troughs, it goes up and down. But if the ECG is flat, that means a man is dead. So same is the life. So in your life there will be these peaks and downfalls, so for which you need to withstand and take it further. So that's why I call it Zindagi.
Well, very, very interesting indeed. Now, I think, from my opinion, the film, the trailer that I've had the privilege of seeing, is very, very interesting. However, had you not shown me the trailer and said, I've made a film on mental health, would you like to come and see it? I would probably say, I don't think I've got time. So you can see, I think, maybe the challenge you got ahead of how you're going to draw audiences to this film. So what do you have in mind? I mean, what would you say is your USP on the film? How are we going to get the youth of today to come and see this very, very interesting film that you put together? I mean, most people like to go to cinemas to watch Hollywood, Bollywood, Pakistani films, Punjabi films, you name it. They'll flock to cinemas these days. In fact, over COVID, we've got people watching television at home. Now, why would some young guy? How are you going to entice these people to watch this great film with a great message? And can you also tell us what kind of star cast other than yourself is featured in the film? How long is the film? These are the kind of questions that are kind of burning inside that I want to have answers to.
No, definitely. It's really a huge challenge for me, because I'm not competing with Hollywood and Bollywood, but because this is not a fiction, this is the reality of the life, this is the reality of the communities we are the community is suffering at the moment. So the reason I think the people should come and watch it, because I think this can give us a good insight about the parent-children relationship, and the relationship of people among the communities, the friend circle who can support each other. I think this kind of fodder to us how we can make our communities resilient. If you see every day, our heart breaks to see that an 18-year-old died with a stab wound, or somebody died with taking of overdosage of drugs. So this is, I request everybody, I have made an effort. I want everybody to come and see it. Maybe we can make things better than this in the future, but everybody has the responsibility to support the communities. Second thing is that the film is not that long. It's a short film, which I'm hopefully, inshallah, sending it to the different Filmfare Awards as well. And this cast is local. And I would like to mention one more thing. The reason I started this film production is I want to give opportunity to the younger generation as well, who are interested in this field, music, art, acting. So we can help them in achieving their goals through this as well. And the star is local. We have a young man from here. His name is Roshan, and then we have Anila from Bradford. We have Mr. Rashid from Luton, and we have Toby and Asad from Birmingham, and we have Mr. Bobby as well in this movie. So yes, things are it was challenging, but I think I'm a kind of a person who loves to face these challenges, and I hope that with my sincerity and with my passion, I inshallah look forward that I will receive a huge response from the audience.
Very interesting indeed. Thank you. Just a quick reminder, we haven't got too much time left, but I'm talking in conversation with Dr. Sohail Nasti, who's here today. He's the brainchild of a project based on mental health, and he's gone out of his way to put this project together. And I have to say, he's put a lot of time and effort into this project for the good of the younger people and the people who are, of course, suffering from mental health. And this film has a very, very deep message, and we really like to encourage everyone to go out and see this film. Now, what's your online status? Can people see the trailer online? Do you have a YouTube channel? Where can we see or read up more about you online in the world that we live in today of the internet?
Yes, I have for this film. The trailer will be online. It will be live from 10th of October because we are releasing the trailer on the World Mental Health Awareness Day. So that's why I waited for that day to be released. And we plan to release the film on 30th of November. Hopefully, I look forward to get it on Amazon Prime and iTunes. And if we'll be successful to get it on Netflix as well. But rest of the work, we have the YouTube channel Sohail Nasti Productions, and we have the charity who is supporting it, Mother Helpage Worldwide as well, Mother Helpage UK, and you can log on and see the other work we do. And hopefully, if there's any support or any opinion from the global community and the community which is who can hear this our interview, I will appreciate that if they can give their inputs as well.
Absolutely fantastic. So just one more time, give us an emphasis on the website that people can visit for more information on your project.
Yes, for the charity is www.motherhelpage.org, and that's our charity which is doing a lot of work around the world. And this is the project, the brainchild, from that charity who has supported this film as well, so that we can reach masses and with the innovative approach of the charitable work.
So once again, the film is Zindagi, and it's releasing on the 10th of October, and that is on Mental Health World Mental Health Day, so an appropriate day to release it. So we would encourage, and the message is really clear, please come along, support and watch this film. It's one question I suppose I have left out. Maybe it's not appropriate for a film that is trying to put an emphasis on mental health, but a lot of the Asian audiences love a bit of music in the films. Is there anything that we can expect in this film?
No,
musically?
First of all, I want to clear one thing. Only the trailer is going to release on 10th of October, but the film is going to be releasing on 30th of November. No, there's no music because it's a kind of very emotional the film which is a kind of a family orientated film, so it's only 45 minutes long, so we have to see for other platforms where we can put it, so we didn't put any music. But yes, I can add one thing more. I am releasing one of the songs with Nasibullah in a duet, so you can listen to that music inshallah in the future as well.
Well, I said that you've added another feather to your hat. I think you've added about 6 other feathers to your hat. So not just being a medical doctor, a pilot, a producer, an actor, also a singer. So multi-talented individual.
Singer, and I write my lyrics of my own as well.
And a lyricist, and the list goes on.
I played first class cricket and I was a model. So what my message to the world is, nothing is impossible in the world. If you even try to think beyond the skies, sky's not the limit now, because when I was a child, people used to say sky's the limit. But I think to the youngsters, think beyond and see beyond the skies, and inshallah success will be yours.
Well, interestingly, thank you very much for making a sort of like in-person visit to our studios today, and we wish you well. Once again, the film is called Zindagi. It's based on mental health. It's really put together professionally, like a big budget. I'm sure it had a substantial budget behind it, but it's something that I would personally say, please come along, just out of interest to see this film. Dr. Sohail Nasti, who's here, man of multi-talents, as we've just heard him say, you know, he does absolutely everything. He's done everything in the past, and no doubt he's going to do a lot more coming up straight after this film. But just a question: after this project, now you've managed to put this film together, what is in the pipelines in the next year, next 2 years maybe? What else would you be working on?
I have a couple of projects after this film. One is my song in Kashmiri with Nasibulal. Once that is done, then after that I'm planning to make some more movies on social awareness, and I was thinking to make something on Islamophobia and our interfaith relations as well. So yes, as long as you appreciate my hard work, and I request everybody to come forward, and I will try to do my best, inshallah, and that's my vision and aim as well. I want you to work so hard so that they can make this world a very safer place for everybody.
Great message to end. So thank you very much, Dr. Sohail Nasti, and we look forward to the film Zindagi. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.